So if you're on LinkedIn, you're putting yourself out there and you're trying to connect with the right people, but somehow it feels as if your message isn't really landing. You share what you would have needed yourself back then, and you know that it's really valuable. But the response you're getting is really, really quiet. What if the problem isn't your content, but it's something completely different that you are overlooking at the moment? I'm talking about the 3 most powerful assets that you have on your profile, but currently they don't seem to be doing their job. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what 3 assets I'm talking about and how to change them so that you actually start attracting the right people. And I'm not talking about complicated, soul-crushing, loads of taking time strategies here. I'm talking about some fundamental shifts that are so important, and they will impact everything else that you do on LinkedIn from now on. Every post, every comment, every connection request that you get will be so much more meaningful. This is the difference between a dusty resume, CV, that's just sitting there, not doing anything for you and your business. We need to change your profile to make it authentic, to make it more you, and actually start attracting the people that you want to work with. So let's get into it. First up, and perhaps even the most important one, that is your headline. And I know that many have seen the advice that is out there, and many are doing a fairly good job, but it's still not good enough. Some people are still using the old corporate titles, CEO, founder, marketing manager, sales manager. This is the single most important piece of your complete profile because it's not just sitting on your profile, it's actually following you everywhere you go, everywhere you show up online. Every time you post, every time you add a comment, every time you show up in someone's search results, your headline is visible to those people. It's actually today's business card. The old headlines, CEO, CFO, CMO, they don't spark any curiosity and they don't connect you with the people that actually land on your profile or who see your headline when you're commenting on someone else's post. An optimized headline, on the other hand, is a statement of your value, what you bring to the table. It's a warm invitation that actually tells your people that I am for you. Let's connect. In fact, LinkedIn's own data shows that someone who has an optimized profile gets 40 times more opportunities. Can you think about that? 40 times more opportunities. That very low-hanging fruit here that you are not optimizing. So how do we fix this? Well, you need to start declaring your purpose and your value. And the simple formula for this is I help, and then you add your target audience to achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve without their biggest fear or challenges. Instead of their fears or challenges, you can even add your solution or your unique method if you want to. Or the vehicle, like I, for example, help people to win on LinkedIn, so I have that in my title. And then you can add a little bit of sparkle here with some credibility. So let's go into this, how this might look like. So let's say you're a financial advisor, for example. This doesn't give me any sense of who you are and who you love working with. Or if you're even for me, can you imagine how many financial advisors there are on LinkedIn at the moment? So let's now use the formula I just shared and turn that headline, the financial advisor headline, into a magnet. So for example, I help female entrepreneurs build generational wealth. And then depending on the person's credibility, what they have done before. Let's assume they were at Goldman Sachs. They can add that, and maybe they are a contributor to Forbes. Who knows, right? Add that little bit touch of credibility in your headline too. And when you start by calling out who it is that you're for, I help female entrepreneurs, for example, you instantly connect that. And you actually also repel the people that you don't necessarily want to have in your network. And that becomes even more important because LinkedIn is going to sort you into the bucket of the expertise that you have. And the more people you have in your network that aren't the right people, they will think that when not even your own network aren't engaging in your content, that your content isn't worth showing. So it's so important to have the right audience for the right content that you're writing for. If we then talk about building generational wealth, that speaks to the problem that you're helping the person to solve. And then we had the former Goldman Sachs or Forbes contributor. That speaks to the credibility that you're bringing to the table. When you have a headline like this, it doesn't just say exactly what it is that you do, who you do it for. It even builds authority before anyone has even clicked on your profile. Every time you show up, every comment that you make, every time you connect with someone and they check out your profile, they will see your headline. They will read your headline first, and then they will say, do I really want to connect with this person? So this is one way to stop feeling invisible and start building genuine connections. But that was just one of the 3 super important assets that you need to have. So let's continue. And this probably doesn't come as a surprise to you, but I can promise you, I see so many bad LinkedIn banners every single day that I'm on LinkedIn. So we really need to change this. Because this banner, that's the first thing that people will see when they land on your profile. And if you're misusing that with a landscape picture that doesn't say anything about who you are or what it is that you do or who you're helping, you'll lose them immediately. So if your headline is, let's say, the handshake, then your banner is actually the welcome mat. So that when they land on your profile, they say, yes, this person is for me, or yes, this sounds really interesting, or yes, this could be someone that I could consider working with or collaborating with. It can communicate your energy, your values, how you actually show up to your people. Because we are visual beings after all. It's not just about looking polished. Your banner should actually tell people what they can expect from you. Even if you think that, oh yeah, I added a picture of the forest behind my house because I love the forest behind my house. But remember that the person who lands on your profile, they have no clue who you are. They don't even know if it's your forest behind your house or whether that is a stock picture, right? A great banner should communicate who you are, who you're working with, what it is that you're doing in an instant. So what should you put on your banner then? Well, you don't need to repeat your headline and you don't need to repeat your name because we have that very visual in front of us too when we land on your profile, right? Your banner can show the transformation that you offer. Let's assume you're a leadership coach for women, for example. The text on your banner could say something along the lines of from overwhelmed manager to empowered leader. I don't know. It depends totally on what it is that you're doing, the transformation that you're offering your people. You can also include logos of clients that you've loved working with, remembering though that some companies don't really want to have their logos issued on banners because they haven't given you the permission to do that. So be a little bit careful when you do that. But it immediately builds trust when you can add the company logos on your banner. You can also use it as an invitation. Let's assume you have a freebie, for example, or let's assume you have a masterclass coming up. Add that to your banner. I change my banner every single time that we promote something new. I update my banner. It's not clickable, so you can't have like a URL clickable link. So you need to have a very clear call to action that you find my free resource in my featured section. So your profile is no longer just a passive CV or document. It's actually a hub for your resources. The technical part is easy. You can go to canva.com and you can use their templates, easy peasy, just update it so that it fits your branding then obviously. Or you can download my guide, my LinkedIn profile blueprint, and you will get my templates too. Don't overthink this, but please don't leave it blank and don't use the landscape picture. A simple on-brand banner with a clear call to action is 100 times better than just a landscape picture. Oh, and by the way, if you find my videos helpful, then make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any future updates. So let's move into the third critical asset, and that is your about section. Now, here's a little bit like a secret that you need to know. Only 4% of everyone who lands on your profile, or on average, not necessarily your profile, but on average, actually clicks see more or read more. And I think that is because usually the text that you see from the about sections, it's so boring that you're like, hello, welcome to my LinkedIn profile or whatever they might be using. Make sure that you make the first 3 to 4 rows of your about section attention grabbing. And what do I mean by that? Instead of using the boring, hello, welcome to my LinkedIn profile, or I'm a passionate leader, or whatever most about sections actually say, here's a proven framework that actually really connects with your audience. You start with a hook. Like I mentioned, the first 3 to 4 rows. That's when you grab their attention. It can be a story about you, where you give something about you that is attention grabbing, or you can talk directly to their pain, what you know that they are experiencing right now. Independently, if you go with your story, or if you go with a story like their pain, this is how you connect with them. This is how you grab their attention and they want to read more. Because anyone who feels the same way, they will click see more and they will continue to read. And that's when you need to continue with that attention grabbing about section. So the next part of your about section is where you tell them a little bit about yourself. This is not a novel. It is about you. It is your about section, but it needs to be relevant for them. Why is this important to them? Why do they need to know this? For example, you can talk about why you're passionate about what you're doing, how you discovered your approach, or how you learned your approach. What is your approach? What is your philosophy? What are your values? What is important to you? And I think here that the more you talk about that, the more you will actually connect to the right people, the people that you really want to work with. When you don't talk about your values, when you don't talk about what it is that is important to you, you risk attracting people that you don't really want to work with. What I also think is really important here is that you add a little bit of proof. Like, what are the results that they can expect when they work with you? You can talk about tangible outcomes, or you can talk about my client so-and-so experienced this and this, for example, and then sprinkle that through the about section. Don't lose the storytelling here, right? It needs to have a little bit of a flow. It needs to be interesting to continue to read. And then you need a call to action. What is it that you want them to do next? Do you want them to connect with you? Do you want them to download one of your freebies? Do you want them to book a call with you? And here again, you can't have like a URL, or at least not when I'm recording this video, you cannot have a URL. But we all know how copy paste works. You can still add the URL to, for example, book a call with you, or the URL to download one of your freebies in your about section, and then tell people to just copy paste this link. And I really want you to think in terms of how these 3 pieces really fit together. They should work a little bit like a compass, because this is where you have the connection between what it is that you do, who it is that you help, and how you help them, and what types of results that you are getting. Because as I mentioned before, LinkedIn wants to place you as an expert in kind of like in a bucket. And if you talk about AI in your headline, and then you talk about spirituality in your about section, I actually saw that the other day. That's why I'm bringing that as an example. LinkedIn will be very, very confused, and so will everyone else who actually lands on your profile. So make sure that these 3 things are aligned: your headline, your about section, and your banner. And then you build that also into your content. And if you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comment section below, and I will make sure I respond to them, either directly in the comment section or maybe as a separate video. Thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to seeing you in my next video.